Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa, here once again this morning just to help raise the vibration of our collective consciousness. Today is July the 30th of 2025. Woo, 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 woo. I don't know if I said so at the beginning of the card reading. I'm a little distracted by the fact that I'm doing it this way now. So if I didn't, I apologize. It'll be in the title. Anyway. So good morning, everyone. This communication. Wait a minute. Let me take a sip of coffee. Nummy num num. So yeah, this morning I just am talking to all of my listeners. You found me today. If you found me for the first time, welcome aboard. I'm a little unconventional. Well, I'm quite unconventional. I'm very different because I never know what I'm going to do every day. You'll see everything from, my music, which is, it's not when I put out my music, it's really, it's just like poetry with a lot of it's almost annoying the music behind it, but with a really good band behind me someday, it could sound really good. But I basically put out. I'm not. I just want people to know that I exist. When people say "Why do you do what you do?" What do you do? What's your point? What's your point there, lady? With all of the spinning around and being, a little on the. For one, I'm romancing someone that our whole connection has always been just a pen pal relationship, and it evolved as technology evolved into I do a video and you do the video, I chit chat for you, you chit chat for me, right? I do something for you, like karaoke or something, and you do a concert, something like that. 40 years is a long time, and relationships go through their evolutions. But that's how we communicate. So that's why I do this. God wants me to show everything I am to the world. And that's why he made my twin flame who he is. So in order for me to let that other person know who I am, I have to let the whole world know who I am. Look at this, what I'm holding. I want to show you this, what I'm holding. Look at that beautiful hunk. Can you not tell that that's a piece of meat? Right? Petrified piece of meat. I mean, it's obviously a hunk of meat. All right? You look like a piece of steak. You could have it. Study mud fossils, people. Really. Look it up. Mud fossils. I mean, really study them. Wow, boy, did it open my eyes. When I hear something, it either rings in my ears and in my heart and head, and as oh, that's bullshit. Or it rings in my head, my heart, as wow, that's so true. Just like that this is a hunk of meat. You see? You can see it, the tendon. It's still the same color as meat. It still looks like a piece of steak you could cut off and eat. There are a lot of truths in this world that are undiscovered. It's up to we, the collective war. Please, God, just steer me in the right direction. Let me know the truth. of everything, right? The truth of everything. When you hear something and it resonates, it's like, wow. Hmm. Yeah, there were a time in the past where we were something very different than we are now. Hmm. We go through our evolutions in the physical, and we drag our spirit along with us, right? And then this life ends, but the spirit doesn't end. The spirit keeps going, goes back into the cosmos, then comes back through the furnace, right, into life. And drags along the spirit again. Because we are God's divine needle, and the thread, that beautiful silver thread that only we can weave with. As we, in aliveness, you see? That's what we are. We have that beautiful silver thread of God's divine magic being woven into the reality of this level 3D plane of existence that we are on. We say 3D plane of existence, but we don't live in a 3D plane because we have the two halves of our brain and our heart. I mean, really. I have so much going on. Like, my hands are too high, right? I have so much going on up here. Like, there's always, everywhere you look, there's something inside of the, right? I'm either like, creating something I'm thinking of, or I'm following a thought of consciousness that leads me to an awareness, or like there's just so much, right? We're not a rock, a different rock, any rock. We're not a rock, right? We're living in the flesh right now. Right? We're meant to slowly savor every moment of aliveness. We're meant to take away the truths that we need to take away and store them in our hearts. Something real and tangible, not to store it away in just as like in a filing cabinet, no, but to put it right in there and let it transform our every action in this world. Like the twin flame journey. We might be at one time when we were younger, and you're in love, truly in love with this person. You think you are, you feel you are, you are. But you're going off and, we went off and we experienced life. Right? Saying that person will be there. We went off and we lived, right? We learned. We lived and learned and lived and learned and lived and learned and lived and learned and lived and learned. But you know what? It didn't make that other person go away because we flew away. The other person's still there on the earth. So as you live and learn and 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 discern. Now you stop putting yourself on a trajectory, okay? You're like, well, I want something specific out of life now because I've experienced a whole lot of different experiences of aliveness, okay? It can be like this or that. And I choose to have my experiences be more like this. I want the best, right? I want love to be the best. That wasn't love. This is my idea of love. And the more we live our own true, authentic self, we turn around and it's like, oh, hey, I remember you. Wow. My twin flame. You're burning bright now. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'm burning bright now, too. I feel the warmth of your glow. You feel the warmth of my glow? That's good. That's good. It feels cozy, don't it? It feels just right. Isn't it wonderful? All of us. We the collective. We're doing it just right. We're living our lives just right to bring that just right energy into existence in the world. We won't accept it any other way. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear that because it's a lie. Okay? And you can keep your lies. And the only reason you're lying to me is because you think money is gain. When it's like, if that's your only reason for doing something, you're going to lie to get a little money, right? You're going to sell your whole soul for a crumb of something that's not real, right? When you can get all the money you want and keep your soul, right? You can get, and money is the word, but God's true life abundance. Breathe the fresh air and drink from a stream, right? And pick the fresh berries and gather the meat and hold one another's hands and hug and laugh and sing and dance, right? As we make music. Those things are free. And the people who are money grubbers, they don't get any of that, I feel sorry for them in a way. I mean, you can't feel sorry for them because everybody chooses their own trajectory in life. Even if, although some people, they're born with billions of dollars above their head, and now they inherit stuff, and so they think that all their worth is the money that they got to wield. They never get it. They never look inside for their true worth. And they go through their whole life without ever really experiencing anything worth anything. It's so sad. But we, the collective, whether or not we were born with a silver spoon or not, because I'll say I was born without a silver spoon, but know how to make a stir. Well, I was born sort of with a silver spoon, really, But I took the thing out of my mouth and flung it. I wanted to see, just like, remember the story of Moses in the Ten Commandments, I had to experience the wilderness. I only wanted to know God. The trappings. I looked at them like the trappings that they are, Like, no, you're not putting makeup on my face. And no, I don't, my mother went and get the little holes in my ears. As soon as I, as soon as I remember I went to the doctors, I'm thinking, I'm not even sick, And he comes after me with a harpoon. It's like, you pissed my ears, Ma. Oh, I was so mad. I felt so stupid. Stupid fucking things hanging in my ears. I haven't worn them in forever. I won't. You notice I don't wear makeup. I don't need to hang a rock. I'm gonna hang a rock from my ear. Like girls do. They hang a rock from their ear and say, don't I look at how pretty I look at that rock hanging from my ear. And the ear's hanging down to here. That's another one too, though. People make it all hang, Hey. Yeah, well, now you've got those things to deal with. Your hair's gonna get stuck in it. And did it help your hair any better? No. Does it help with anything? I don't understand people. Like when you rub all that shit on your face. Cake up. But when... Okay, how do you see? How does your skin breathe? It doesn't. You're going to get old and nasty. And here you are trying to look pretty, but you look stupid. Really, you look like a clown, girls. I see tarot readers. Oh my God, they get so much shit, especially you young ones. Don't you understand? You young girls, you have natural prettiness. Then you go and put all this bullshit on your face. It makes you look older, don't it? Yeah, it's gonna make you look older. It's gonna make you look like you're in your hundreds when you're 30. Don't wear makeup. Okay, God made you the right hue. Okay, talk about twin flame journey. Your other, right, women. Okay, your guy encoded in his DNA is when he looks at exactly what your natural hue is, your natural, well taken care of form, with your natural hue. For some reason, it triggers in him. Just like when you look at him, his natural hue. You go, right? When you fake it, then he's like, okay, the guy, his natural hue is going to go off for something, for your natural hue, but you're not sporting your natural hue. He don't get to ever go, and you don't get to ever go, because he's never gonna look at you that way. He's gonna walk right by you. He's not gonna notice you, because you're not being your real self. All that stupid bullshit on your face. When you want to paint something, go paint a picture, right? Do like I did. Draw pictures, paint on paper or on canvas or something. And then you can go back and look at it years to come. You can make people be happy. But when you put bullshit on your face, you're killing yourself. You're showing you're stupid. You're telling God that you're spitting right in the face of God who made you beautiful, and you're spitting at God saying, I'll make myself something. Never mind what you made me. And then you go say you love God, and you talk about the angels and the archangels and the ascended ones and whatever you're fucking talking about, but your face is full of makeup. You look and sound stupid, okay? You have to know what you're talking about to talk about it. Chosen ones. You can't just say, I'm a chosen one. And jump in and get up every morning and put makeup all over yourself and, okay, is it just right? I gotta get that makeup just right. Oh my God, is it just right? Oh. Yeah. You know what you are? You're fake. You're lying to yourself. And you're putting out that lying, fake, stupid energy out to the world, right? And anybody who's not all that savvy, right, might jump aboard and get led down a path that they could have instead listened to something real, something that's going to take you in a real direction. That's why I'm playing in your face, girls, okay? Guys, all right? When you go putting on as much, guys, you go powder yourselves and pluck and this and that and the other thing. And especially if you remove this hair from your chest, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Bad idea, okay? Because we women resonate off of that, right? I mean, really. You guys think it's like about being pretty in the face? We're the pretty in the face ones. You guys gotta be manly. You know what I'm saying? Some of the sexiest men in this world are not what you'd call, book handsome. It's who they are. It's how they resonate. We want a guy that can't be, persuaded to go this way or that way or this way or that way. We like a rock solid type of guy, you know? And no, I'm not gonna put on makeup and fucking, you know. You know what I'm saying? Any of you. God has made you something real, okay? What you need to do is get to the realest, most true, authentic part of yourself, okay? What lights you up, and let it light you up, right? Understand, your beauty isn't in a jar. You don't paint it on. It comes forth from in here, right? Whether you're 16, or 65. If you're miserable and you carry around a yucky energy, nobody's going to want to be near you anyway, right? You have to really, really be real. The truest, most authentic part of yourself. That's what God wants me to say to you this morning. My chosen ones. I want to see you, but I want to see the face God made, okay? The realest, truest, most authentic part of yourself. Let it come in, right? Let that hair grow. Let your fur grow. Don't wear makeup, right? Instead, you want a good, healthy glow? Do like I do in the morning. And spin around and dance and skip, okay? That gets the blood pumping. That gives you a good, healthy glow in the morning. Glow for real. I love you all, my chosen ones. I'll see you in the morning.